Hey, this is Uncle Ben. I just wanted to start this series of vlog type things to keep track with myself and with others. A lot has been said around me, and I've heard other people talking about how life is very precious and that sometimes losing time with people can be really impactful, and that it's important to have connections with people, especially those that are close to you. And so for the people who are close to me, I want there to be a document of who I am, who I was, and I can see who I will be, hopefully. So, yeah. I have no idea who will eventually watch these, but today is February 21st, 2023. The biggest thing on my mind right now is the projects that I have to do for school. I'm just getting over a little illness over the weekend. I just submitted an application for a promising internship with Medtronic. Yeah. There is most interesting thing that I've learned about recently is the problem. It's some paradox. I forget the name of it, but there was a Anton Petrov video that came out recently that was talking about this paradox being something about protein folding and how it is very unlikely that we will find proteins exactly like what are ours naturally formed, because to have the natural string of amino acids on the probability of proteins forming on their own from a string of amino acids is something along the lines of 10 to the 200. And the amount of atoms in the planet Earth is something on the order of 10 to the 50, if that. I don't think that's even right. But it is something where the probability, the scale, is just mind-blowing. And I feel like that's my safe zone, is thinking about things like that. And that I do that a lot. I found that thinking about those things, the moments in my life that I've been happiest is the moments in time when those kinds of things come up and when I'm thinking about those things. I'm really liking my degree right now because it is making me think those thoughts as far as making connections between things. The day after I watched the Anton Petrov video about proteins, I had Professor McFedricks in in molecular biomedical engineering taking that class, and the day after I watched the video on the protein folding, we then talked about it in class. So I have a test in that class tomorrow. Ugh. Yeah. Little anecdote. I am getting off of a cold right now, and so I have a lot of phlegm that I'm coughing up. And I gave myself a little bit of a scare because there was a little red tinge to it. I'm like, what is this? It's not fun. But then I thought back, and within the past 30 minutes, I had drank flavored water that was red. I don't know if you can see. There we go. So, Uncle Ben's life hacks, life tips. Don't drink red fluids if you're concerned about your body right now. You'll think it's blood and freak yourself out. Anyway, yeah. So I hope to do more of these in the future and kind of talk out what I'm doing to have a repository of my personality. You know? I don't really show my introspective side as much. And yeah. I don't know. So yeah, it'll probably be something along the lines of, there'll be some rants, there'll be some stuff that's pretty heavy, but, you know, I'll also try to be like my triumphs, doing videos of my triumphs, of like, yeah, what was I thinking in the moment? Because we have this modern technology, and why not use it? I find that I do best when I can tell, when I have the information. And sometimes you don't have all the information, and that's scary. Sometimes you don't know what you thought you knew. And grounding yourself in reality and learning what you need to go forward is what I'm struggling with right now. As far as every once in a while, something will slip through, and I'll either miss it or miss an opportunity or a deadline or something like that didn't even come up on my radar. And so I don't know whether I'm not with the people who are doing that, or if I'm just not looking and being attentive. That's something that I've struggled with my entire life. I'm hoping to get better at it. And as it comes more towards 4:36, I need to stop stalling and get on to finishing my homework here so I can go join the run club at 5:30. I'm going to try to do another one tomorrow. I'm going to try to be at least once a week. If not, ideally I'd like to get this to every day. Or at least like 3 or 4 times a week. I really think that this is good for me and also for those who are watching. I'd like you to understand that this is primarily a dump, a thought dump. And so thoughts on here will not be coherent, or may not be coherent. They might not be fully fledged, but I will always be genuine in them. I will try to say what's actually on my mind and not hold anything back. Because this is for me, and anything I hold back, talking here, is only hurting me. I'm only protecting myself from damage that I'm causing myself. But by putting up the shield to outgoing information, I sometimes can reflect those energies back at me and do just as much damage internally than it would have done had I done the thing. So yeah. Also, don't take everything I say at face value here. I'd like to say that I'm mostly reliable and I got a decent memory, but this is my safe space to be the expert, because this is my life. Everything I say on here, I believe to be true here. And so I will get some stuff wrong. And I'd say that it's definitely take it as advice and not as marching orders. Do not immediately take action on anything that I say here. Unless I'm being a danger to myself, and then, yeah. This concludes the first episode. No, I'm not going to say the first episode. I'm not going to keep track of numbers. This concludes this episode of Uncle Ben's Life Hacks. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.